Yo, what is going on YouTube? RDM back at you with another banger of a video. We just made that trading video and we're already making another banger trade. We traded for the number 22 Shiny Wumbo 5-star Cyclops. We paid quite a bag for it, but let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and hop straight into the video. Guys, we have a prime time deal coming through right now at this moment. I just spotted the first ever, maybe the first ever, not 100% sure, Shiny Wumbo 5-star Cyclops. And not only am I going to be sitting there using it, but I'm going to be trading for it to keep for myself. But we're going to go ahead, send a trade to Matt. He's going to accept. We have something kind of lined up. I do got to kind of spitball it and talk to him about it. But to start, it is going to be 12 months. It is going to be coming from the video that we just made. I just posted it and Matt came through saying that, did I want to offer for this? And of course I do. But it's 12 months. I'm going to add a little bit extra because I didn't quite do what he wanted me to do, which was level 100 the baby pearl. So instead, I'm going to see if he will take a Neptune's Crown Mimic and a 5-star Dream Gary just to cover up for him. I do appreciate him for doing this. So we're going to add those two, and then let's add the level 90 and see if he's okay with this. Let me go ahead and ask him real quick, though. All right, guys, so we did have to add a Cyclops to the trade, and I'm also going to give him another Cyclops, the very next one I spawn. He is trustworthy. He knows I'm trustworthy. We're going to make that trade when I do get it spawned. We know I'm going to have to spawn another one, right? We have so many accounts going. But this is going to be the trade for number 22 Shiny Wumbo 5-star level 100 Cyclops. It's even got the power patty. We're going to be giving 12 months Shiny Wumbo baby pearl with 5 stars, a 5-star Dream Gary, a Cyclops, and a Mimic Bob. Let's go ahead and click ready. Let's see him accept the trade. All right, he accepted. Let's go ahead, confirm, and let's finish out this meta team. We got to unequip the Gary because I want all 5 of them right next to each other. We have to do only exotics and then the one Dream Gary. Boom. The only thing that we need to do now is we need to get Shiny Wumbo Dream Gary level 100, and then we can have the full maxed out loadout for meta teams. We are going to be just showcasing the Shiny Wumbo Cyclops today, though. The endless run will be featured later on in the week because I do have to level 100 this Mimic Bob and I do not have the levels at the current moment. So let's go ahead and start showcasing the Cyclops. All right, guys, now that we're back in the lobby, we did go ahead, add the Cyclops to the team. We only want to bring the Cyclops for this. We're going to do a boss battle really fast. We're also going to test a Patrick SANDROBOT because we can finally test how good the Cyclops is compared to a maxed out SANDROBOT. We have to test everything. Let's go ahead, hop straight into a boss battle, Hydra Karen 1. So we're here on Hydra Karen 1. This Cyclops actually does seem to be doing a whole lot of damage. Wow. This might actually be a pretty good boss battler, even for an AoE unit, but we'll have to see the final time. I'll be back right when it's about to end. So it took 1:16. Why is that not bad at all? That's kind of crazy for an AoE unit. I might have to test a couple of things just to see how good it really is compared to some of the boss battlers. So we now have the clone of the Cyclops, which is the Patrick SANDROBOT. Let's go ahead and hop straight back into the Hydra Karen 1, and let's see if it's any better than the Cyclops. I highly doubt it. So about a minute in, we got 15 seconds left until the Cyclops would have finished this. We're only halfway with the SANDROBOT. The SANDROBOT's AoE is just way too poor. And the double looks like it's about double on the Cyclops than it is to the SANDROBOT. So we did have a total playtime of 1:56 seconds. It's about 35, maybe 40 seconds longer. Not good at all for the Patrick SANDROBOT. I do want to test another boss battler just to see what it does compare to and if it could possibly be in the meta, but I highly doubt it. So I am going to test squags, something that you guys all use all the time. A lot of people do have squags and you do use them for your boss battles team. So let's see how it compares to the Cyclops. So loading into Hydra Karen 1, we have the squag here. It does have Lifeguard Whistle. It doesn't have the Power Patty, but we still have to test it compared. And this might be a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. So the squag did finish in 1:17. Can you believe that? A Cyclops is better than squag at boss battling, but the squag doesn't have Power Patty, so maybe that does make a 3-second difference. Either way, it's about tied with the squag. That is absolutely insane. Maybe squag's not as good as I thought it used to be, but that's enough boss battle testing. Let's go ahead and re-equip the Cyclops, get rid of this squag, and let's see how it does inside the endless. So we're here on Con Street. We're gonna go ahead 7x this thing. We have to do Con Street for endless when it comes to exotics. I feel like it's not fair to show how good they're doing if they're not gonna be on Con Street, because this is the one that everybody runs. And it's also what I've already tested the other exotics on. Let's see how far this Cyclops can get. So we can place one right now. As you guys can see, we do have full map coverage off the start. We did not have this when it came to the regular version. The shiny Wumbo one does give full map coverage though. You guys already know how I feel about how massive this thing is. Let's go ahead, check the damage on it. It starts out at 223, almost 224,000 damage. 0.7 on the cooldown and 74.3 on the range. That's looking like really solid stats. It's about what the SANDROBOT starts out at. That just shows how broken this new Cyclops free-to-play unit is. So I did already remove the Muscle Bob. We are about to get enough money to fully max out this Cyclops. If you guys don't know, to fully upgrade a Cyclops or any other exotic, it's exactly 55,000. So let's go ahead, max this thing out. 313, almost 314,000 damage, 0.6 on the SPA, and 97.8 range. Absolutely insane. This thing's got by far enough map coverage. So I do have a couple to place. I do have sidekick on it, so we do get to place 3. I'm gonna go ahead and place them the best that I can so it does cover the full map. It's gonna cover it no matter where I place it though. Let's place them all right here. We're gonna go ahead and upgrade all of these, and we'll be back when maybe around 300. So we're coming up on wave 300. We still are not far enough so we can start showcasing the ability. It's looking like we might have to wait till maybe 400 or 500. Yeah, we just got a big boss and it did not do any damage at all. It just got insta wiped. So we'll be back at around 450, 500. Hopefully we'll be able to showcase this ability. All right, guys, we're here on wave 566. It was a little bit later than I was expecting, but that's okay. That means that it's even better than I thought. It looks like we are starting to have a little bit of dirty bubble leakage outside of just the start. So as you can see, it is getting a little bit further, but that is the second boss. I am going to use an ability. I'm going to turn it to 1x, and let's check out what the ability does when we have a dirty bubble. Of course, I'm also going to turn off the tower VFX. Let's see what it's doing. I think that the animation is kind of buns. I'm not going to lie. It looks like he's farting, but we have here a dirty bubble. Let's go ahead, click the ability. Boom, bang. Wow, what an animation. That was absolutely sick. And it melted the boss, not to forget to mention, but the thing is pretty crazy. The animation's super quick. I'm gonna go ahead and start the macros now, and let's see how far this thing gets. It might even reach 700. I'm not gonna lie, this thing looks crazy. All right, so we're back on 730 with the dirty bubble. We already leaked once. I wasn't exactly watching, but I think that the abilities are not strong enough. The Cyclops is still pretty good for 730 though. We'll be back when we fully leak. So it did leak to the slow anchovy as well, so we did get knocked out. 728, not too bad for the Cyclops. Obviously it's going to do better if it can group up with the Dream Gary. I'm going to go ahead and test the SANDROBOT now and see if it gets better. So before we load up with the Patrick SANDROBOT, we do have to swap the secret formula for a Sea Bear. I got to keep it fair between everything. And we got Scurvy. What is that? So we got the Sea Bear. Let's go ahead and load up into Con Street. So we're here on Con Street. Endless A. We're going to go ahead, place a Muscle Bob over here. Obviously turn it up to 7x. We're going to run 7x for basically the whole time. So we can go ahead, place our SANDROBOT now. It starts out at 156,000.6 on the SPA and 72.7 on the range. I know the SANDROBOT didn't get a real fair shake when it came to the boss battles now that I'm seeing that it didn't have Sea Bear and Sidekick, but I don't think it mattered that much. You guys saw it. It was better. The Cyclops was better than the Squog, which just shows that the Cyclops is just kind of busted for boss battles, surprisingly. Not one of the best, but it is still pretty good. So we have enough to upgrade the Max SANDROBOT. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the Tower VFX. I don't even know why I still have it on. This thing maxed out does 219,000 damage, so I was right. The Cyclops does start with more damage. It also has a 0.5 SPA and a 95.7 range. The Cyclops might just be that much more broken. Let's go ahead, place a couple more of these. Make sure we're getting full map coverage. And I'll be back when we do finish. No, I will be macroing the entire time the boss ability. So that way I am not giving it an unfair shake. But I don't want to waste your guys' time making you sit here and watch a SANDROBOT when you guys have already seen it over and over again. So I'll be back with the finished waves. And just so you guys don't think later, I did remove the Muscle Bob. I don't want you guys to think that I didn't. No cheating for the SANDROBOT. So we finished with the SANDROBOT. It was 714 on the waves. Why am I not surprised that it almost tied with it? Only 15 wave difference. Either way, both of these units are absolute tanks. Insanely good, but I do have to give the edge to the Cyclops. It is better in boss battle and slightly better in the endless run. You guys already know I'm gonna have to do a full endless run with all of the exotics and a Dream Gary though. We gotta break the record. I'm also going to do that on 1x, no auto wave skip, all of that stuff. But if you've made it to this point, go ahead, comment down below. How far do you think we're going to get with the full meta loadout? But that's going to do it for today's video. We showcased the Cyclops. against this Patrick SANDROBOT because it is such a clone. If you guys did enjoy this video, go ahead and leave a like down below, comment, subscribe, make sure to turn on those post notifications so you guys do not miss out on any future videos or updates, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.